My name is Tracey Elliot-Reep, and I grew up with my mother's Shilston Rocks ponies and later became a professional photographer. In the following film, I have combined my love of photography with my love of Dartmoor ponies. This is where my foals were born, on Dartmoor in the spring and their first few months. You're a good gal. Maybe I should name her Cuckoo. Hello, Kairos. I hope you enjoyed my foals in springtime on Dartmoor. To see more of my books, cards and calendars, please visit TraceyElliotReep.com. Hi, I'm Tracey and this is Raindrop. And she had a foal a few weeks ago called Jubilee here. And I'm just going to catch him now and do a little bit of leading him around. So here goes. If I can get him in his drinking. Hello, Jubilee. Hello. Hello. There. Look at the camera there, Jubilee. So Jubilee's 2 weeks old today. Born early actually, about 10 days earlier than I expected. He loves to be itched. So we're going to put this little head collar on you, Jubilee. Oh, red suits you. There you go, Jubilee. I called him Jubilee because he was born at the Queen's Jubilee. So I thought that was an appropriate name. And what I do is I put the lead rope round his bottom just to guide him. Nice, boy. And then we go for a little walk, don't we? Walk on, Jubilee, walk on. That's it, walk on. Move along to us. Whoa. There. There. You like that, don't you? Hey? He's a lovely kind of like silvery black out of Raindrop. That's our first foal. And by Ebony, also his first foal. Yeah, Shilton Rock's Ebony, who's father of Jubilee. He loves to be scratched. And then we practice like picking up the legs. Yes. How about that? Your back legs. One. And this back leg here. There. When he was first born, I handled him all over. Because as soon as you can get your hands on them, it's like imprinting for the rest of their lives. Oh. Bath time for you, Lightning. As tomorrow we're off to the morning show at Princetown. Lovely hot day to have a bath. Yes, he likes that. Look at his nose. That is so lovely, isn't it? Don't eat the daisies. Okay? Well, Lightning, this is an adventure. This is the first time we've been anywhere for about 5 years. He was so good loading, and we got to the show just in time to win the stallion class.
Tracey Elliot-Reep with Shilton Rock's Lightning. Going to the Dartmoor Ponies.
The Dartmoor Pony Society, in conjunction with the Duchy of Cornwall, runs an upgrading newtake scheme on Dartmoor, when approved non-registered mares are selected to run in newtakes, which are enclosed areas of land, where they run with a registered, licensed, purebred Dartmoor stallion. The scheme has been running since 1988, and the main aim of the scheme has been achieved by improving the true-to-type Dartmoor pony on the moor. Before the mares are accepted, they are inspected by 2 Dartmoor Pony Society judges, and their progeny is again inspected the following year when the ponies are collected at drift time, when, if passed or suitable, these foals move up a grade. At this time, they are also microchipped by a vet and have the necessary paperwork completed for passports. I applied for Whittleborough to enter this scheme, a mare I brought as a foal after the drift from the Dunstan herd owned by the Mann family. It is absolutely pouring here at Hedge Barton.
Our herd is called Hedge Barton. Dad's mum, Mrs. Whitley, started breeding the Dartmoor ponies, and she used to have a herd of pedigree black Dartmoors. Then, in the late 1990s, my granddad, Peter Hutchings, and Dad went to Chagford Pony Sale and bought a big, strong grey stallion. This is how we got our grey mares. We now keep 11 grey mares and 1 bay mare. We put 6 mares into the new take scheme this year.
Hello! I'm good, thank you. It's good to have the opportunity in the pouring rain to film them coming in.
Yeah.
They look a lovely sight. Who's this then?
Ruby.
Ruby, hello! You're coming to help with the ponies. Now the herd is in the yard, they are ready for the Dartmoor Pony Society judges and the vet to inspect the foals, microchip them and prepare the paperwork for their passports. Hello. While I'm taking my 2 mares who've been running out with the stallion Shilston Rock Snow Owl all summer back to Bellera for the winter. Okay, now it comes to loading, which will be fun. Oh, wonderful! Wow, I'm on my way to Bellera with the mares. And the drift, the roundup of ponies, is in full swing here on Ameldown. Yeah, back home to Bellera. I'm back on Bellera again, where the Dartmoor Pony Heritage Trust keep ponies, like for the pony keepers of the moor, the land farmers and the pony keepers. I wanted to check out especially Witterbur and Rainflower, who I dropped off just the other day, but they're not in this lot. There's some over here. And this is where my lot are, I hope. Oh, maybe there's some more up here. Oh, and there's some other ones right up high on the tour there. Hello, Rainflower. Hello, Witterbur. Hello. Dartmoor National Park is the largest and wildest area of open country in the south of England, a landscape strewn with ancient monuments, granite tors, and which experiences rapidly changing weather. But it is probably best known for its ponies. Ponies have roamed Dartmoor for thousands of years. The first mention of them is in the Domesday Book. Early tin workers used them as pack ponies to bring tin off the moor, and after that era, while some ponies were left to roam free on the moor, others were used for farm work, mainly shepherding and for transport. The upland farmers have rights that go back centuries, allowing them to graze stock freely on the open common, which are usually branded or earmarked. Most foals are born between April and July. Mares carry their foals for just over 11 months, and it is during the last 3 months before birth the body weight of the foal fetus increases by 2/3. Dartmoor, gorse and brambles are an important part of the pony's diet, especially in winter when they graze and browse for most of the day and night, trampling old grasses and burnt gorse and creating room and light for more sensitive plants to become established. The pony, sheep and cattle play an important part in keeping the moor as we see it today. Without them, it would quickly become an impenetrable wilderness. I grew up here on Dartmoor, my mother's Shilston Rocks Dartmoor Pony Stud Farm, just down the hill from here. These are herb Dartmoor mares that graze out on the moor during the winter. In the spring they'll come back onto the farm to have their foals, and some of them will go on to be shown at the county shows. I can't remember when I first started to ride, but I remember well when my parents brought a bright bay pony wrapped in brown paper into the kitchen on my birthday. His name was Little Goose. I'd walk back from primary school, jump on bareback and charge around the moor playing cowboys and Indians. Falling off a lot. Decades later, my dream of being a cowboy in the wild west of America became true as I rode quarter horses from Mexico to Canada. I've always loved to be out here photographing the ponies. They've been friends and a great comfort. As in school I struggled a lot with dyslexia, and then my parents split up. Now my dream is to set up ranches in New Zealand and Colorado with these ponies for children and adults to help them heal physically and emotionally. And at the same time help promote these ponies. These net bands are a precaution, as when the ponies wander onto the roads they reflect in the car lights at night. Putting action to my dream, I exported 2 of my mother's Dartmoor 3-year-old fillies to New Zealand earlier this year, Shilston Rocks Sugarsnap and Shilston Rocks Mountain Bay. As flying these fillies was an extremely expensive undertaking, we put them in foal in the middle of British winter time, so they would have foals in the New Zealand spring. In fact, flying 4 for the price of 2, although this did add more complications to the already complex import regulations, and expense for the more extensive vet checks. Flying into the hot New Zealand summertime, we clipped them out the week before they left. It was extremely cold on Dartmoor, so we had to pile on the rugs. I have to say, Mountain Bay did look rather like a pantomime horse. Goody. They left the snow behind them on Dartmoor, and after quarantine in both England and New Zealand, they eventually arrived in Hawke's Bay in a drought. This was Mountain Bay's first foal, a lovely bay colt. She was a bit puzzled by him to begin with. We called him Mountain Man. A few weeks later, Sugarsnap had a bay filly we were calling Meadow Sweet. Both foals looked like their sire, Shilston Rocks North Countryman.
You got it? Come on, I want my hat back.
Dartmoor ponies are a fundamental part of the Dartmoor landscape. Tourists come from all over the world to see the ponies on Dartmoor. Once a year the ponies are shown at the famous Widdicombe Fair. After the fair in late September and early October, the local farmers who keep ponies on the moor gather the herds off their particular common. There are three types of ponies which run on the moor: the registered pedigree, which have qualified for Horse of the Year show, the traditional moorland ponies, and the coloured crossbreds. The registered Dartmoor pony is described as at risk by the Rare Breed Survival Trust. In the 80s, the Duchy of Cornwall and Dartmoor Pony Society introduced the Dartmoor Pony Moorland Scheme, which invited pony keepers on Dartmoor to put suitable mares into a Duchy moorland enclosure with a pedigree stallion. The traditional and purebred Dartmoor pony range from bay, brown, black, grey, chestnut and roan. Piebald and skewbald are crossbreds, usually part Shetland. Once the ponies are gathered in a small enclosure, they are sorted into groups depending on ownership. The farmers then decide which ones to sell and return the others to the moor. The Dartmoor Heritage Trust was formed to prevent the ancient bloodlines of the indigenous Dartmoor ponies from extinction, and to maintain its presence on the moor, protecting our heritage for future generations. After filming the drift this year, I chose two traditional type Dartmoor fillies from the long-established Dunstan herd and adopted them into the Dartmoor Pony Heritage Trust. I named them Dunstan Whittleborough and Pudgham after the area of the moor where they had been born, and which I know well for years of roaming with my camera. As the demand for ponies has plummeted and many moorland farmers are coming to the conclusion that keeping herds on the moor is no longer financially viable, so traditional herds along with their bloodlines are vanishing forever. I was out checking my 3 Dartmoor Pony stallions when, wow, lightning starts rearing and gives a great display. While Ebony and Thunder are a bit more serious, Lightning keeps a safe distance. After my 3 stallions give me a spectacular display, they all have a good roll and settle down to eat grass together. So good is the Dartmoor pony temperament. To see more of my photography, books, cards and calendars, please take a look at my website, TraceyElliot-Reep.com. Thank you.
Yeah.